Hello everyone, today I'm going to be doing the rainbow book tag, which I saw the girl who saw the comet, I think that's a YouTube channel name, do a video about, and I quite liked the idea, so I thought I'd do a response to it too. It is McFly, Unsaid Things Our Story. Does it count if the front cover's not red? Well, the spine's red at least. Autobiography, which was released in October last year. It's a really excellent book and a good account of their lives. I would recommend it to anyone, even if you're not a fan of them. You will gain a whole load of respect for them, and it is mainly like words and then just a few pictures put in between, which makes a difference to some like pop groups or bands, even autobiographies where it's just 90% pictures, 10% words. Then the next book is Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. I bought this originally because the Vlog Brothers were using this book as part of their summer club thing, although unfortunately they didn't make that many videos about it during the summer, which I was kind of looking forward to. But basically this is kind of a dystopian novel. It's set in the future to the time it was written. It was written in about 1920s, 1930s I believe. And so this book is set in the future where instead of firemen putting out the fires, they are setting the fires and burning books which are forbidden. And the main character in this book is the fireman called Guy Montag. And even though the books are forbidden, he's been secretly keeping the books, and then he starts reading them, and then basically from there everything goes a bit wrong, to be honest. But this is a really excellent book. The prose is very poetic and lots of nice imagery, and it really makes you think about the society we could be living in the future compared to what the society is like in this one. Then the next book is Jackie Daydream, which is Jacqueline Wilson's autobiography. It's the story of her childhood, so it's from birth to when she was 10 or 11 years old, I think, when she was just about to go into secondary school. And she has another autobiography too called My Secret Diary, which is from her teenage years up to adulthood. But this is a really excellent autobiography because it's very good for the target audience, for children. Like at the start of every chapter there's a nice illustration and a photo of Jacqueline, and in the inside front cover there's like a gallery of pictures of her. Kind of a trivia question which relates to what the content and what the previous chapter was about. So for example, one of the questions in the book is, in one of my books I pretend there's going to be a special children's television serial based on Enid Blyton's book The Twins at St Clair's. Who is desperate to get a part of it? And then you turn the page and it tells you it's Ruby in double act, but a twin Paul Garnett is appalled at the idea. Then there's a little extract from the book which kind of reiterates the point. The extract from this book is, I can't act, I don't want to act, I can't go to an audition in London. And I probably didn't explain that very well, but either way, example from the chapter I just told you about. She goes, I can't act either, but I had a tiny part in a television serial of double act. When Youve On, the producer, asked me if I wanted to take part myself, I thought it would be fun. I thought I knew the perfect part for me. Ruby and Garnett's dad has his own second-hand bookshop. I am famous for my vast collection of books, around 15,000. There are shelves all over my house, and a special little library at the bottom of my garden. I won't be able to read all my books even if I live to be 500, but I still can't stop buying them. So I thought it would be fun if I played a customer in the red bookshop. I thought it might make children chuckle if they spotted me in the dark corner of the bookshop, happily browsing. Youve On had other ideas. She wanted me to play the fictional casting director who puts the twins through their paces at the audition. As she's been drawn in the book with short hair, flamboyant jewellery and extraordinary boots, I suppose it's easy to guess why Youve On saw me in the part. But this meant I had to learn lines. I found this extraordinarily difficult. I just couldn't remember them, even though I wrote the lines myself. I managed to stagger through somehow, but decided I'd definitely stick to my day job, writing, in the future. Good. Then He Ate My Boy in Trances by Louise Venison, which is the 5th book in the Georgia Nicholson series. And if you're not aware of it, Georgia Nicholson is 14. But yeah, the whole series, the book is written in the diary format. So it says things like 9:15 AM, then it says some text, then 9:25 AM. And then it sometimes goes on to being like 1 minute later, 2 minutes later, etc. But yeah, the book's really funny, and what I can tell from this one is what happens in the 5th book is they go on holiday to Italy where her love interest Massimo is, and she basically wants to find him and snog his face off. The book is starring Tracy Beaker by Jacqueline Wilson, which is the 3rd book in like the trilogy of the story of Tracy Beaker, because the first one's the story of Tracy Beaker, and then the second one's the Dare Game, which I can't really remember much about. I don't think I enjoyed it that much really, but it's basically just they have a big dare competition or something. But in this one, Tracy's still at the dumping ground, and at her school they're doing a play of The Christmas Carol, and she really, really wants to play the part of Scrooge, and at some point she gets worried that she won't even get a part in the play at all. But then she does get the part of Scrooge, and Cam, who her previous foster mum was, helps her learn the lines and stuff. But what Tracy desperately wants to know if her film star mum will make it home from Hollywood to see her perform in the play. I seem to remember quite liking this book, so yeah. Then for my Indigo book, I did, oh look, another Jacqueline Wilson book. And this time my sister Jodie. I don't even know if the spine or even the cover is the colour indigo, but let's just roll with it. It's the lightest colour I have, which is closest to purple, so yeah. But during the summer, their roles reverse, so Pill's making loads of friends, whereas Jodie's being really left out and stuff, and then that continues into the new term, where Jodie's not making very many friends with the older girls and she's left out. And then in the blurb it hints at something going wrong, but that's quite a big plot twist and a spoiler, so I won't tell you about it. I really enjoy this book. I recommend it more for the older children because of the plot twist is a bit, whoa, that's what I thought at least when I read the plot twist. But yeah, these books are really nicely illustrated too. Like at the beginning of every chapter we have a nice picture and a little extract from the prose, which is a very nice design and stuff. Book is, oh look, another Jacqueline Wilson one, what a surprise, called Midnight, and it's coincidental because the book covers Violet and the main character in this book is called Violet. The plot of this book is that Violet, she has an older brother called Will, who is very controlling and quite terrifying to be honest, but she still kind of loves him at the same time. And it says here on the blurb that, but now Will has learned a shocking secret about his own past. I can't remember what that secret was, if I'm being honest with you. So you have to read it for yourself now, won't you? But another kind of subplot of this is that Violet is obsessed and in love with the books by an author called Casper Dream, who does like fantasy books about fairies and that kind of realm of characters. And it's very interesting as in the front, at the start of every chapter, there's an illustration from these made up books and like a little extract from it. So this is the most interesting one, I believe, the one on the first chapter, this image. And then the little bits of text below goes, from Elfin Folk by Casper Dream. The Changeling Child, I think that's how you pronounce it. The text goes, fairies steal away beloved babies and leave a changeling child in their place. These base elfin breeds are often evil, with difficult, demanding natures and enormous appetites. Aspect to her adoration of Casper Dream, the author. She writes letters to him, but she keeps them in a postbox as she doesn't know his address. So she just writes kind of an open letter to him, I suppose, which is illustrated quite nicely here as well. And it kind of reflects on things that have been on things that have happened in the chapter just gone, and it's really nice, and that's all I have to say, really. Oops. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I tag everyone in the history of the world to do the tag too. You can leave a video response below for it. So, and that's all I have to say for this video. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.